What's up, guys? I'm back with another video here, just a basic breakdown of UFC 253, Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. That was a great fight. I'll get to that, but first, I'll start a little bit earlier in the card. I'll start off with something that was just kind of a bummer of the night. Diego Sanchez versus Jake Matthews. Diego Sanchez sucks. In UFC caliber fighters, when you look at them, he's down there. He's not there anymore. He's way past his prime, of course. I think he's 38. He didn't look good at all. He was able to kind of barely make it through the first round, and then, barely make it through the first round with any damage. And then second and third round started picking up, and third round, of course, was just a beatdown. The man looked bad. Don't like to crap on anyone like that, but he looked bad. It was hard to watch. Good for Jake Matthews. He got a good name under his belt, so that's good enough, I guess. On to a positive note after that, Brad Riddell and Alex De Silva, after that fight, had a phenomenal, very technical fight. It was fun to watch. It was a little bit back and forth. I really enjoyed the fight. I don't have too many takeaways from it. I'd like to see both of them fight again. It was very big accomplishment for Brad Riddell to beat someone who's 21-2 at the time. So good for him. And then right after that, we had the main card. Hakeem Dawood versus one of Khabib's boys. Sorry, I can't remember his name. I think it was Zubaria Turk something. I'm sorry. That was a good fight. I really enjoyed it. It was cool to see Hakeem win, especially being from Calgary. That was pretty cool. I was at the bar when we watched it, and just seeing the people kind of like, oh my God, this guy's from Calgary, and cheering him on. It was really cool. He did a good job. The first round was close. I think it went to Hakeem, though. The second round, Hakeem pulled away a little bit, and then the third round, with Hakeem pressing forward and doing the taunting, it looked like he was more confident. He was also throwing a little bit more, so it made sense that he got the win. I had it 2 rounds to 1, I think, to finish off. So it was good for him. It was pretty cool to see. But yeah, I didn't really pay too much attention to the Ketlin Vieira and Sijara Eubanks fight. Sorry. Good for Ketlin for getting a win over Sijara. Sorry. I don't have too many takeaways from that. It was another fight, I guess. Didn't really care for it too much, to be honest with you, so sorry about that. After that, though, we had Kai Kara-France versus Brandon Royval. That was a fun fight. Kai Kara-France rocks Brandon Royval, and then Royval rocks him right back. And then after that, Brandon Royval took control. He looked really good. It was fun to watch. I think he got submission just at the end of the second round, so end of the second round, I believe. But yeah, he looked great. Good for him. I'd love to see him get a ranked opponent next, or someone ranked pretty high next. He looked really good. I was really impressed. And then after that, Jan Blachowicz had just too much power for Dominic Reyes. That's all it was, really. Dominic Reyes couldn't let his hands go. He looked almost shocked, if you will, at Jan's power. And it was quite evident. It looked like he hurt Dominic Reyes' nose in the first round, and then second round he just kept putting it on him and put him away. It was well done. A good fight for Jan. He looked really good. Sends a message to everyone else in the division. So good for him. Got a Polish champion. That's always good for MMA when you got more champions from different areas of the world. So good for him. And then, of course, Israel Adesanya, Paulo Costa. I don't know what Paulo Costa's game plan was. It looked like he wanted to wait for Israel to throw a punch, and then he would either counter it or eat it, and then throw back. He didn't look great. It didn't look great at all. He just ate leg kicks for the first round and got just touched up here and there, pretty much. And I think he took 25 or 26 leg kicks in total, which is insane when you really think about it. And he was almost unanswered, if you will. The second round, it was a little bit. I don't want to go off on him like I did Diego Sanchez, but he didn't look good. He didn't look like he had a plan B or a plan C. He looked like he was just this is going to work because it worked with everyone else. He wasn't prepared for someone who had that much experience. I'd like to see a rematch 2 or 3 fights down the line, because I think Paulo Costa should have a plan B and plan C, of course, and that could make things a little bit more interesting. We'll see, though. Good for Israel Adesanya. He beat him up. He beat him up bad. It was a good fight to watch. Really cool to see that ending. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So that was a basic breakdown. Just some quick thoughts of mine about the fights, the ones I watched that I really pay attention to. Hopefully you guys like this. If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Let me know if you want a breakdown of the top 3 fights that I watched, and then not as much on the other fights, or if you like this where I just kind of go through more or less most of the card. But yeah, let me know. Peace.